What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about what I figured out and the best possible way to win more games in Madden 22 Ultimate Team, simply because a lot of you guys that are still playing the game, you're playing it for different reasons, but ultimately we just don't want to lose, right? And with some of the updates and some of the things that EA Sports has done, it's been plain to see that they don't really understand what's going on within the community. They're just taking certain recommendations and certain crying from pros and different idiots, and they're putting it into motion to change the game. So not only has the game changed gameplay wise, there's been a lot of other problems going on with the game, and namely the abilities. So one of the things that we had to, figure what we could do is we had to figure out what is the best possible scenario where we get a quarterback that has the proper release, but also we're able to get suitable abilities on the players that we need, the skill player positions, the running back, the wide receiver, the tight end, right? So this is what I figured out. This is what's been working for me. I'm not going to probably finish Weekend League. I will show you guys what's going on because I like to keep you guys up to date with it because I'm not really vested in it like that. Because I don't really like the game, gameplay wise. I love theme teams. I love building my team. I love doing the challenges and stuff like that. So this is the current record and what's been going on. But more than likely, because the playoffs are here and all the stuff that's happening, we're just going to stay at 12-2. I don't think I'm going to play one more game. I don't really care about it that much. But we figured these things out later on during one of the streams as far as the abilities go and what you actually need to continue to be like a savage to your opponent, but at the same time you get enough abilities and things like that to where it's going to work out for you. And we're going to be focusing on the offensive side of the ball because that's heavily where a lot of you guys are having the issues, and you're like, yo, listen bro, I gotta have Gunslinger, and I do believe that as well, but because Derrick Henry has such a good release, we're able to get away with Pass Lead Elite. Now I want to go ahead and clarify again, listen, Gunslinger and Pass Lead Elite are two different, it's completely different things, bro. You could definitely see the difference between the two, but we are in desperation mode, all right? So we have to make sacrifices. So there's a few players that I've used and that I've tested out that have really, really good releases. Kyler Murray, Derrick Henry, even Jalen Hurts, right? So let me explain to you what your best case scenario is. You can run around with Pass Lead Elite and try it out, but I'm going to tell you this right now. One of my biggest pet peeves is that I like to be able to throw from the pocket, okay? So when you use Pass Lead Elite, I just want to make sure everybody thoroughly understands, and this is whether you're a pro, a novice, whatever. When you use Pass Lead Elite and your feet are set, it's not the same thing as Gunslinger, but the ball does come out faster than if you did not have anything on, regardless of the throwing motion archetype that you had. Because in Madden 20, when I was running around with Aaron Rodgers with no abilities, EA Sports was very upset about that because Aaron Rodgers' release was so damn fast, you didn't need anything. That was changed for 21 and 22. So regardless of what his archetype is and his throwing motion and Slinger 1 and all that good stuff, you need something to be able to get the ball out. I'm going to recommend that we go back to Pass Lead Elite, all right? And the reason that we're going to do that is because for the most part, we are running around like absolute idiots. What does that mean? We know that Escape Artist is the wave, and if you don't have Escape Artist, you're playing the game wrong. So I know a lot of you guys win without Escape Artist, but that's not what my point is. And that's why a lot of the new viewers that come here, it's hit or miss, because you have to understand the history of what Madden has been doing to us to know why we are where we are right now. Once something is OP and ridiculous, we're going to figure out a way to use it so that it always gives us the advantage. Escape Artist being up by 2, it hurts a lot of the AP situations, but in my opinion, it's going to be fair because it's sort of like Gunslinger on a strong arm. When they made it 4 earlier in the year, we were like, yo, what are these idiots doing? And it's like, all right, because people complained in the past, they have to kind of lessen the effect. So they just up it and leave it the way that it is and never look back at it. So truth be told, I've been saying this from the beginning. Escape Artist is one of the most ridiculously overpowered abilities ever made. But that's the way that it's designed to be used. And the archetypes like Scrambler, because of their archetype, they should have the advantage of using it for 2. But EA is like, no, we gotta up it because everybody's crying about it. And as far as everything else, you could just make Pass Lead Elite and Gunslinger astronomical on a Scrambler. to kind of balance it out if you really wanted to play the archetype game. The problem is, it would be a lot of justification for the way that they would be able to explain the ability points. Not that they're explaining anything to anyone, because nobody knows how the game even works. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's beyond what we're going with. But doing what I'm showing you right now is going to open up a lot more for what you need to do. Because you get 8 as opposed to 11 when you use Gunslinger, and then you still get pretty much the same type of animations with the throws. So what I'm going to do is this, just to kind of give you some kind of insight into it. There are a lot of new challenges that are available, including the Gridiron Forge. We're just going to go through real quick. I don't want to, you know, pretty much go through like a full like type challenge, but I want to see what they have. Is this like a passing one? Okay, these are like rushes, and then you have to go through all of them. I don't want to have to waste time doing that. I just want to show you guys really quickly. You know, as far as the way he throws the ball, gain 20 yards. Okay, so look, we're going to go and put this on like the hard difficulty, and I'm just going to show you what's going on so you can more or less understand. It's very, very similar, obviously, to when you play house rules or you play head-to-head, right? So just go to any passing play. All right, this is the thing that goes on, right? When you run bunch tight end or anything like this, your objective is to try to run outside the pocket with Escape Artist and be just absolutely weird, right? But when you need to throw from the pocket, the ball needs to get out fast. So I just did a quick hot route, and I'm going to throw it to my tight end, and I'm just going to laser it. Now, you see the way he threw that? Looking at it the way that it was thrown, you're probably looking at it like, yeah, the ball came out fast, Gmias. I don't see the difference. Gunslinger would have actually got it there faster. But because he has the Slinger 1, it doesn't matter. The ball still comes out fast. Now, when you do things like, you know, like what I was telling you, when you stay in the pocket, and let's say, for instance, you come out and you're throwing like a streak, right, on the outside. All right, we got Randy Moss on the outside, so that's fine. So look, when we come out and you see on the left side, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give him a regular streak route, right? And we need to get the ball there fast. So what happens is, once you throw it, you see that windup? That little windup, like right before he throws it, that's the difference between Pass Lead Elite and Gunslinger. So when you're in the pocket throwing the ball, you can visibly see it. But if you run bunch tight end the way that like I told you guys, I don't even care anymore. I'm doing anything. I don't give a, yo bro, it don't matter to me. So for me, it doesn't really hurt me as much, because if I have to throw that streak on the outside, I just make sure I'm letting I'm bullet passing it a lot faster than I would initially do it with Gunslinger. But you can actually see the windup. That's the only difference. And although it seems very subtle, if you have pressure in your face, that's going to be an interception in most cases. So it is something that I would recommend that you try with any quarterback that you're using. But Derrick Henry, because of his speed and everything else that comes with this card, I would say that we just go and we give him Pass Lead Elite, Escape Artist. Your running back should have the Backfield Master, Deep Out Elite on the players that you want to throw, the ball to, and then obviously Tight End Apprentice for your tight end. And then that's going to give you the 14 AP. And everybody should have double me just in case you need to moss somebody late in the game. That usually works out very well for me. That's the best way that I would pretty much do it. We're on like a 10-game win streak, and we're doing pretty well since we figured this out. I would look into it. Let me know if you have any other thoughts about it. And what quarterback are you using right now and why? I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.